Attorney General Pam Bondi faced heated questioning today from members of the House Judiciary Committee. Much of the sparring with lawmakers was over the Justice Department's handling of the Epstein files.
How many of Epstein's co-conspirators have you indicted? How many perpetrators are you even investigating?
First, you showed it. I find it.
How many have you indicted?
Excuse me. I'm going to answer the question.
Answer my question.
No, I'm going to answer the question the way I want to answer the question.
No,
Your
you're going to answer the
theatrics are
question the way I
ridiculous.
asked it.
Chairman Jordan, I'm not going to get in the gutter with these people, but I'm going to answer the question.
How many?
CBS News congressional correspondent Nikole Killion joins me now. Quite contentious. Can you walk us through more of what was discussed?
Well, it was beyond contentious, Lindsay, and there really isn't too much more to discuss or explain what was discussed, because that really was the extent of the hearing, with a lot of pointed exchanges between the Attorney General and lawmakers, mostly Democrats, very argumentative exchanges, combative exchanges at times. So it was really hard to kind of get to the substance of the hearing because there was so much back and forth here. In fact, one survivor who was at this hearing, of course, we know many of the Epstein survivors were there, told me she was just left speechless as she left the hearing today. And even though she said she got some clarity, she felt in particular with respect to the Attorney General, who did at the outset of her remarks apologize to the survivors. She said she was sorry for what had happened to them, called Jeffrey Epstein a monster. But she was asked other times by lawmakers to kind of go further with that apology. And so some survivors felt that she didn't necessarily go far enough, that her apology or her remarks weren't sincere. That being said, they are still open to cooperating with the Justice Department, to possibly entertaining a meeting, with the Attorney General, but they didn't necessarily get the answers that they were seeking today.
And at least one Republican, Thomas Massie, who co-sponsored the bill forcing the release of the files, was critical of Bondi today. You spoke with him after. What did he tell you?
Yeah, well, this was a very pointed exchange as well. I know I talked a lot about the exchanges with Democrats, but he was one Republican who did have some pretty sharp back and forth with the Attorney General, particularly over this issue of redactions. And that really was the bulk of many of the questions that many lawmakers had, both Congressman Massie and Democrats, in terms of trying to get at this issue of why, in some instances, the names of co-conspirators were redacted, but not the names of victims. And so during this exchange that Massie had with the Attorney General, she ultimately called him a hypocrite, said he was suffering from Trump derangement syndrome. Take a listen to what he told me right after that exchange.
I mean, the fact that they produced two of them this week, and, without redactions after I found them, that's evidence that they're either incompetent or they're trying to withhold. So my question to Pam Bondi, which she wouldn't answer, is, do you have any structure in your organization? Do you know who the individual was who put the black ink over the one most incriminating document there is on Les Wexner?
And as the congressman explained, he said he was just trying to figure out who was responsible for those redactions. Didn't get an answer to that. But obviously, this is something that was a frustration not only to Congressman Massie, but many other lawmakers who were trying to get answers to some of those questions surrounding the redactions. Lindsay.
Nikole Killion, thank you.